The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Hold up, hashtag heels for life. Wanna welcome everybody. Yeah, we gotta get.
Welcome everyone to hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast News and Rumors. I am your host, Mr. Team Bring It. And before we begin, first, I need you to do something for me first. Hold on. Let me get the music or whatever. So yes. Okay. All right. Okay. This is what I need y'all to do for me, okay? In the following progression. All right. What I need you to do to hit that thumbs up. Yes. Need you to hit subscribe. Yes. Then I need you to hit that notification bell so you can get news and rumors in hashtag Heels for Life. Yes, that's what I need you to do for me. All right. Now that we got that settled, I want to put out some announcements. So right now, this is what we're going to be doing. Today, I wanted just to give y'all a treat and just let you know what you are in store for. The news and rumors segment will be on YouTube exclusively as of today. After this, all the news, all the rumors will be on YouTube on our channel, which is up here, as you can see it right here, at hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube. All you have to do is subscribe. Yeah, subscribe. So, today, news and rumors. My best friend, Booker T. Yeah, the shucky ducky field nigga himself. Everyone know that I do not care for Booker T at all. And especially when you don't have your information correct. This is where we have to kind of bring you back into reality. And I'm not talking about the eyes of the WWE. Look at me. I'm not talking about the eyes of the WWE. We're talking about your competition that you are so fond of. The one that you like to talk about so much. Now, I came on here before and I said something about toxicity, that we need to get rid of that. We're supposed to enjoy wrestling. It does not matter what promotion you are in. Let's enjoy it. That's what wrestling is all about. It's about bringing us together. But Mr. Booker T, he wants to continue with his bullshit on his podcast. So, this is what he said, and I quote. If I can go back to it. Where is it? I had it and I fucking lost it. Okay. Let me go back to it real quick. I got like all of these fucking notifications. It's like ridiculous. That was like actually one of the first things I actually seen when I came on here. It was like the Booker T, and then I was just like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just do this real quick. Okay, it's loading. Okay, I'm getting to it. It is right. There it is. Okay. All right. So let me just turn this down real quick so you guys can hear me. Okay. And then I'll begin to your questions in a second. All right. So just bear with me. So according to what Booker T said, WWE Hall of Famer Booker T believes that any wrestler that goes to AEW but to compete in AEW Dark is a demotion. He said, and I quote, "Hell yeah, it's a demotion. I know that's going to get picked up, but hell yeah, it's a promotion. Damn it, I'm not working on Dark. For me, working on Dark is wait a minute, which is a show that only is on the internet. It should be for young guys coming up." I didn't come from the big show. I guess he said big show, but it says big how. No pun intended, which I am talking about the WWE. I didn't come from the WWE to come on AEW, to come to AEW to work on Dark. I don't even know what Dark is. I don't know who's on it. I don't know if it's being aired or anything like that. So for me to be on Dark would make me feel some certain way. Personally, for me personally, Booker T Hall of Famer podcast 2022. Lord, you know what? Honey, I'm going to drink. You know I'm going to drink before I really just let loose. Because if this is going to be the last time I'm going to be broadcasting on Facebook and everything going to go to YouTube, we're going to go out here like a bang. Because this motherfucker needs to know that you're not going to sit here and come for the mother and sit here and come for the people that's on AEW Dark and trying to get on the main show. But you know, this motherfucker want to sit here and want to be disrespectful. He already don't like the CM Punk ice cream bars. He had a problem with that. Then he said that, AEW is the minor leagues. Really? Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to check Mr. Booker T on his bullshit. Mr. Booker T, I know that this is not going to get to you, but I know this is going to get to your brother, and I know he's going to be in my DMs, and he's going to say, Chris, why in the fuck are you burying my brother? Because your brother needs to be buried. Dead ass. Let me explain something to you, Mr. Booker T. If you do not know what AEW Dark is all about, then why in the fuck would you even come on social media and spreading all of that sewage? Why? You know what the fuck AEW Dark is about. You in the business. You got friends, you got people that look up to you, and they tell you about Dark. They tell you about Elevation. But yet you say you don't know nothing about it. You say that you are too good, my nigga. You are too good to perform on Dark because you feel some type of way. See, that is why I don't like snobs like you. That's why. Because you think that by performing on Dark, no, I don't need to be performing on Dark. No, that's not for me because I come from the big leagues. Okay, let's entertain that real quick. All right? This is going to be fun. So, when you were disrespected by Triple H, that was a demotion of your blackness. Let's keep this shit real. You come from all of the places. You come from the most ghettoest place on earth, Houston, Texas. You came from the ghetto. You know that your upbringing was hard, and I felt you when you and Stevie was telling your story. But then, you let a white man disrespect you. That's the demotion of your blackness. Since we're going to talk about for the fucking culture, you wasn't for the culture that damn day. You sat there and let Triple H disrespect you all because you said you want the motherfucking money. You want the fame. You want the glory. But no, no. Oh, no, you can disrespect me. I take that as a demotion. So you gonna tell me that Sean Benjamin and Cedric Alexander, that's a demotion on being main event? Rey Mysterio, multi-time champion. Now his son, that's a different story. We're not going to talk about that. So you telling me that main event is not a demotion? Do you even know when it's aired? Oh, that's right. It's aired on Hulu. What is that? That's a streaming services. Do we know when it comes on unless we Google it? Yes, it comes on Wednesday. Do we know what time? I don't know. What about you, Booker T? You are in the company. Do you know what time that comes on? No, you don't. Shut the fuck up. NXT 2.0. Let's talk about this. Who is your champion? Excuse me. Who was the former champion that went over there to NXT 2.0? Isn't that a developmental company? Isn't that isn't that a brand that where upcoming stars go to? Yeah. So did Finn Balor? Did AJ Styles? Who else went over there? Oh, Samoan Joe. Was that a demotion? You need to look at your house first before you try to come for others. I'm dead ass. Because like how you sat there on that damn podcast and was just talking shit, like I'm sitting up here like, my nigga, do you even know what the fuck you even talking about? Okay? If you need people to research for you, to do your research for you, you need to do that shit. Because I'm sitting up here, I'm just like, oh, did you not like see the other motherfuckers that was performing at the NXT 2.0, aka Nickelodeon Dark? Okay. But we ain't gonna talk about that type of shit. It's just, the thing is, I like how people are trying to come for AEW, but then don't look at their fucking house. Like, they don't look at their house at all. They just sit there and just say, well, I'm gonna do this shit for content and because I want people to come at me and come at me with all the fucking smoke. But then when the smoke comes at you, you start choking and you be like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it that way. I didn't mean to talk about them like that. Okay. Let's go to the comments real quick. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry, y'all. Jaquez says, I'm headed home. I want to join in, or should I wait tomorrow when we talk about that on the Wolfpack podcast? That's totally up to you because right now, like I said, this is going to be the last content that I'm going to be putting on Facebook. Everything is going to YouTube. So once again, let me just put this out here for you guys so you guys will know. All right. So this is what I need you to give this a thumbs up. I need you to subscribe. I need you to hit that notification sign so you can get the news and the rumors. And ding, 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 ding. And that is how you will be able to get all your news and your rumors here on Hashtag Yells for Life. Okay? Now, let's move on. So, let's go on to some other comments. Trey, you goddamn right, it's ranting time. Yes, no, it's not morphin' time, it's ranting time. Trey said that the Booker T is on the WWE's payroll, so of course he's going to say this shit, of course, because he does not know his shit. So that was why a podcaster like me needed to come for his goddamn dreads. Christian said, what's up, Chris? How you doing? Matt said, don't forget the Stone Cold thing either. Trey said, wow. Reset. Oh, Trey said, oh boy. Mr. Prince said Samoa Joe was never hurt. He had COVID. Demetrius. What's up, my nigga? He said, why cars in the house? I hate you using my screen name. Booker T is someone else. That's what Julian said. Demetrius said, what's up, my guy? Prince said that him and Braun Baker had a great feud. Trey, he said that's like criticizing someone else's lawn but not taking care of their own. Yes, most definitely. And that's why I have a problem with Booker T. Like I have the utmost respect for him. I always would say that I have the utmost respect for him, but when it comes for him trying to be toxic or trying to be funny, it's not funny because the shit is not cute. Like you constantly keep forgetting where you came from. And like that comment alone, like all them fucking comments that you were saying, that's just alone being disrespectful. You know, especially being an African American and making it in this business and trying to get to the next level, you know that shit is fucking hard. I mean, come on now. Like you basically saying that NXT is a demotion back in the day. When it was popping, off and popping, motherfuckers wanted to leave the main fucking roster to go back to NXT because it was popping more than the main roster. And you're going to call that shit a demotion? So you saying NXT Dark, where your Kenny Omegas, your Adam Pages, your Young Bucks. So you telling me helping the younger guys is a demotion? everyone. Excuse me. This is what you're going to be expecting on the news and rumors. Okay. If you want cutting and uncensored content, you came to the right place, my niggas and my girls. Because I'm done playing with these motherfuckers that want to come on social media and spew all this bullshit, but then they don't got their facts together. Booker T, you knew what the fuck AEW Dark was, but yeah, you say that you didn't know about it though. But yeah, you just contradicted yourself when you said that the younger talent, the upcoming talent, that's where the up and coming talent goes. Just like in NXT, that's where the up and coming talent goes to go to the main roster. So I'm trying to see, do you have your information right? Are you even smart enough to have your information correctly? No. Because you are a WWE pawn that goes on your program, just like your Jim Cornettes, just like your Vince Russo. All of y'all motherfuckers, y'all just like to just spew out all types of shit just to get some content, just to get some people, just to get some likes. That's it. But I'm not here for it. I'm going to check y'all motherfuckers because guess what? Y'all motherfuckers need us to come to your program. And yes, I see what you're doing and you're smart about it. This is the the delusional era of wrestling, the toxic, no, not even delusional, because even delusional people even have some type of common sense. No, they don't got no common sense either. No, this is the toxic era. Let's just call it the way it is. This is the toxic era. So with that being said, Booker T is willing to use what's going on right now to make his platform bigger. He knows that everyone do not like AEW at all. So he said, let me join into the party. But yet, he's a Hall of Famer, knows how it is to be in the business that we're in. It is a cruel society in the wrestling industry. But Booker T is all about his money. He doesn't give a fuck about himself. Oh, no. He don't give a fuck about others. He give a fuck about himself. And that's why I don't respect him right now. I told you I'm a real nigga for a reason. A lot of people might not like me because of my views, but I call it the way it is because I love this business. I do. And I'm not going to let money change how I am because I want people to feel me on this shit. Because like I said, I know a couple people that's on AEW Dark. I don't watch it, but I research about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I just don't understand people like Booker T that want to be snobs. That's the part I don't get. And yes, I like AEW way more better because it keeps me focused. It keeps me engaged in the long-term storylines. You know, Adam Page, let's keep this shit real. Like one of the worstest champions I've seen on AEW right now. But I still respect him because his in-ring ability, it's just superb. Love it. But as far as him telling the story, it's trash. And that's just, and yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't watch AEW Dark, but I will research and see what type of storylines is going on instead of trashing it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm trying to figure out, like, Booker T, do you even know what the fuck you talking about? Can you even tell me when does Main Event even comes on? That's on Hulu. Okay, isn't that internet services too? Isn't that an internet streaming services? Isn't it that? Yeah. So everyone, I'm gonna let some callers come on here. Because like I said, we're going to go out like a bang. I want to hear what you guys got to say. And like I said, if you like what's going on, remember, let's go through this again for the people, for the hearing impaired. Let's go through this again. That thumbs up. I need you to hit that subscribe. I need you to hit that notification bell so So you can get news and rumors. And that is how you will begin your news on YouTube. Yes. So let's get some people on here. Matter of fact, Greg, if you can come on here, I will greatly appreciate that because I would like to get a wrestler's perspective about Booker T's comments. So if you would come on here, if you can, it would be greatly appreciated. Just to let you guys know also, Hashtag Heels for Life will be coming on 9 o'clock Central, 10 o'clock Eastern, either on Saturday or Sunday. I would let you guys know. The Wolfpack Wrestling Podcast will be on tomorrow from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock tomorrow. Yes, and I will be putting that out sometime today. All right. But yeah, let me just go up here and let me see. Okay. All right. Give me 1 second. Hey Ty, how you doing? Yes, Kushida. Thank you, Prince, for reminding me. I will be doing an article on that either today or tomorrow. So yes, that's also part of the news and rumors as well. So I will be putting that up on YouTube as well. Remember, subscribe on YouTube. Go on YouTube. I'm telling you, I got some great fucking footage for you guys. It's gonna be awesome. Just to let you guys also know as well, it will probably either be me, Nappy, Kid, or probably even Ziggy that will be taking turns on doing the news and the rumors. So just to let you guys know. So it won't probably be always me. It'll probably be someone else. We're going to be rotating this. But yes, the main two, Kushida and FTR, I will be doing those two because y'all need to hear the tea on that one. You know what I'm saying? So I am putting out the. Just let me know when you guys see it. All right. And yes, for the Woodpad podcast, yes, for the guys and gals that's on the East Coast, 7 o'clock p.m., 9 o'clock Eastern time. Yep. So sorry about that. So what I just sent you guys, this is the link of how you guys can come in. All right. All you gotta do is just hit it and then just come in. Not that hard at all. Okay. All right. So let me go through some of these comments real quick. Okay. All right. Let me just kind of go back on. Okay. All right. So Reese said that did Booker T consider Charlotte going to? Oh, I forgot about that. Yes, I forgot about that. Did Charlotte consider Charlotte going to NXT as a demotion? That's a good question. It's a real good question. Hi, Chris. Is Booker T cooning again, basically? Jaquez said, did Booker T allow Stone Cold to pour milk on him as if that didn't symbolize something in American X history? I ain't gonna. Booker T is so dumb for trying to sue Call of Duty. Christian, I'll be with you in 1 second. I'm just kind of going through these comments. Daniel said that Booker T is just salty because he was reduced to kickoff shows and talk about it. I don't want to slide off this chair, but that was funny. That was too funny. Ziggy said, "Let's go, Chris." That's what I'm talking about. Matt said, "Ziggy." McQuail said, Booker T needs to shut the fuck up sometimes. I agree. Totally. Derek, he said that, let me see. He asked on his podcast because social media was complaining about the Hardy Boys being on AEW Dark. Prince said that I'm glad Kushida left because Vince wanted to change his name. Oh, okay. Ty said I don't take Booker T seriously. Devin said that crazy thing is a few of his students is there. I'm sorry, y'all. I have to walk away for a second. Greg said that I think it's a perfect blend of guys that's on top, coming and helping the younger talent evolve. It's called making sure that the business is in better hands than it was when we came into the business. Trey said that I don't know if Booker T was paid to state his opinions or paid to bash AEW and make it look bad. And that's what I have so far. Okay, so let's bring on Christian and let's bring on Rock and Reese. How you guys doing? What's going on? Hi. So, what are your thoughts so far? Because I think this is astonishing. Like, I can't believe that this man even had the balls to even say some shit like this. Like, I think he really does this on a daily basis just to be toxic.
Yeah, Go ahead, Reese.
No, all right. You know what? Now, I've followed Booker damn near since his career started. Mm-hmm. And, man, I gotta admit, to say that NXT is, to say going to AEW Dark was a demotion, yeah. Mm-hmm. That's about as worst as a slap as a face you could get, because let's remember that Kenny, I believe on more than one occasion, has wrestled on Dark, as you brought up. Young Bucks, I believe, have wrestled on Dark a few times. And I think somebody else in the comments mentioned Hangman just recently wrestled on Dark, and he's
that's all I'm saying. As a matter of fact, yeah, in NXT, Dolph Ziggler was their champion.
Yep. I believe, and AJ Styles just recently fought there.
And Charlotte Flair was their champion as well.
Yep, so was Finn Balor. Like during his second run. Oh, and you got Natty there now. And probably somebody else will probably showing up in a couple weeks. But
I mean, how is it a developmental when you bring people from the main roster to be on there and stuff? You know, it just doesn't make any sense.
Now, Derek said that because, you know, Derek is also in the business. I believe he wrestles in Chicago, if I'm not mistaken. I've talked to him a couple of times. He said any type of exposure is never a bad thing. However, what would the world say if someone like Finn Balor or Drew McIntyre wrestle on main event or superstars? I mean, they would call that demotion. I mean, because they're considered one of the top stars in the WWE. So are you saying that going to a show that's never really be, you know, promoted, are you saying that that's a demotion?
Not if it's not a full time. Not if it's a full time. If it's full time thing, yeah. If it's a one off, no. Because
the way Booker T put it, not to cut you off, but the way he put it, he said if you perform there, period. Like if you perform there, period, that's a demotion. And I just feel that that's not. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's fair.
No, it isn't. He needs to shut up and just mind his own business. I watch AEW Dark and Elevation every week. I enjoy it. I enjoyed the Hardy Boys teaming up with the Martin brothers. Top Flight. You know, I thought that was a great match. You know, and you know, I just. You know, I don't know where he's getting it. I watch the majority of my wrestling. I watch it on YouTube. I watch AAA Mexico. I watch, you know, some of the Japanese stuff on there, and I also subscribe to MLW on there, and I also watch NWA once in a while on YouTube. You know, that's where I get the majority of my wrestling from. Right. You know, it's not a demotion. You know, YouTube. You know, everybody watches it on. You know, it's like. I regularly ever watch stuff on regular television. I watch YouTube a lot. So it's not a demotion.
Yeah, but here's also I'm thinking about. I wonder if Booker T considered a demotion when he had to wrestle on Sunday Night Heat. Like I forgot who. I think it was Val Venus who was fighting. Yeah. Or then again, I would have also loved him to say that comment when Ric Flair actually wrestled on Sunday Night Heat against the Hurricane back in, I think it was 2004 or maybe 2005 or wherever it was. But I was like, yeah, you think you got Ric Flair wrestling on Sunday Night Heat? That's like, it was the only time he ever did it. It was like, yeah.
I just don't think that he goes back into history, because when he was coming up, he was on Sunday Night Heat. That was, I mean, what do you call that? Like, you know, let me put it this way so everyone can understand. When you go to main event, that is for the lower class talent. When you go to Sunday Night Heat, that is for the lower class talent. When you go to AEW Dark, that's for the lower class. That's for the people that's coming up. Same thing for Sunday Night Heat. Same thing for they said main event is for the low class talent, basically. So anyone that goes there is on the lower part. So I'm saying, like, is Booker T disrespecting folks on purpose so he can get slapped? Or, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Because, like, he's doing this, like continuously. And someone said this as well, that they, you know, there's some people that want to keep up the WWE versus AEW fans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they want to keep this up. There's this war that's going on, and the shit is just is pathetic. And I was just talking about the toxicity not too long ago. Matter of fact, on Sunday. And I just said that, you know, us, you know, we need to be held responsible for what we say on our programs. Because everything that's going on right now has a lot to do with social media and all of the wrestlers and all of the, you know, the Hall of Famers that's out there saying all of this toxic shit about this company, that company, and these and those. So, hang on one second. Hey, Antonio, what's going on? Antonio said he said jacked.
Oh yeah, because I remember, like, that was another one of their weekend shows that they used to have.
Oh, so it was, well, shit, I didn't watch that shit anyway. Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy. He said, but the Bucks and Kenny wrestled on Dark. I've seen a lot of top stars on there at one point or another, and that is the issue that we're talking about right now, Jeremy. That, you know, even if you do perform there maybe once or twice, when you're supposed to do the whole thing about AEW Dark, and this is really pathetic that a podcaster like me have to educate a fucking Hall of Famer like you that's supposed to know your shit, letting you know what AEW is all about. Yes, it probably is a developmental. Yes, so is NXT. What's your point? You know?
Well, Chris, I'll go one further with this one. That, unlike WWE, it's like, at least you're getting some, and like my man Daryl brought up earlier, even if you're wrestling on Dark Elevation, you're still getting exposure. You're not chilling back in catering. It's like, granted, I know Dark reaches a few less people than Dynamite and Rampage do, but they still play into, because they actually use some of the things that happen up in Dark for storylines on either Dynamite or Rampage. Look at Scorpio Sky, great example, because he was on Dark for the majority of that 370 plus or whatever it was reign that he had before he finally lost to Sammy at Battle of the Belts.
Christian, did you have something to say?
Well, you know, like on Dynamite, you know, they always mention Booker T, you know, his students, whenever they, you know, every time I watch, you know, Elevation or, you know, Dark, they always mention, you know, his student. Oh, he under, you know, Hall of Famer Booker T. You know, maybe they should just stop mentioning Booker T. You know, if he like, you know, bagging on the product. You know.
Now Daryl said this. He said that it's a slippery slope. Really, for me, I feel that Dark or Elevation should be showcased for the young upstarts and the stars that would appear on Dynamite and Rampage. You're right, and you know what? It is a slippery slope because it's like do if you what did they say? It's damn if you do, damn if you don't, basically.
Yeah.
And it's like they always talk about botches that happen on Dynamite and Rampage and shit. They have to get their practice from somewhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the whole thing for AEW Dark is to get better. I really feel that if they go back to, AEW Dark, they should go there to retune their skills, retune their promos, and all of that. I mean, that's what they use NXT for. I mean, because there's veterans that's at NXT. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just feel like the way he said it, his delivery was fucked up. It really was. Because he make it seem like, oh, well, I came from the WWE and all this shit. But, in reality, Booker, you was really never a... Let me not be toxic. I'm just going to leave it alone. Ty is here from YouTube. What's going on?
Hello, everyone. Hello, everybody here. But I'm
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, but I gotta say something about the whole Booker T comment. I'm trying to remember what is the thing that Booker T do in his career. I thought that he's a mid-carder or something. He was a mid-carder. I'm not trying to be shady. I'm just trying to know if he was a mid-carder in his career.
I mean, Reese, do you want to take this one?
For the most part, I hate to say it, he was, because even though he was a 6-time world champ, like I said, outside of his King Booker run, I really can't call Booker a main eventer.
In WCW, when he was winning the mid-card championship was the TV title.
He was, yeah. I mean, he was the. The majority of his career, of his greatness, was in WCW, and that's the only thing he can really talk about. When he came to the WWE, that's when he wanted to be shady. That's when he really got on The Rock. He got on anyone that was lighter than him. He talked about, they're taking up my spot and all this other bullshit. And the thing about it is, what I don't understand about Booker T is Booker T has a mouthpiece. Booker T can do a promo. Booker T can be mad niggerish. Like, that's the part I don't understand. So the reason why you didn't get to that upper echelon is because you decided to hold yourself back and you wanted to play the house nigga throughout your career. That was the issue with Booker T. Now, people gonna say to me, Chris, you out of order for that shit, but I'm sorry, I have the fucking receipts, and so do you. Call Google.com, where you can see that Booker T has always been
a mark.
Yeah, but then also everybody wanted to say that Stevie Ray was the Marty Jannetty in this situation, but can we really say that Booker T was also Marty Jannetty too? But whatever. So let's go to Mr. G Smooth. How you doing, sir? He logged off again. Okay. We'll bring him back in a second. But yes, hang on a second. So, okay, hold on. He just came back in. Okay. So Darnell said that he was a mid-card in WWE. If he was in WCW and stayed a little bit longer, he would have been that guy. I actually agree with that statement. I do. But now, he said calling Booker Marty is a stretch.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at his track record, he could have been a lot more, but Booker T held himself back. Or more so, I think the WWE held him back. I think that's what that was. I think that he became, this is a perfect analogy, and then I'm going to bring on G Smooth. He is the Ron Simmons of the WWE. And when I say that, Ron Simmons came in straight niggerish. All the fucking black power in the fucking world. And then when the WWE seen that shit, because he was on his way to be WWE champion, when that mouthpiece, they was like, no, you can't say this on national television. We're gonna have to downgrade. We're gonna have to downgrade you. We're gonna have to give you a demotion. And so now the only thing that Ron Simmons does, I give him the utmost respect, but the only thing he can say is damn.
Yeah, and to go to that point though, because I know somebody just posted in the group a couple days ago that promo he cut when he looked straight in Vince's face and asked him, when the last time a black man had a chance to beat the WWF champion? And I remember watching that live on the day after. It was like right after Cold Day in Hell, and I was like, damn.
Listen,
it's kind of right on that one though.
Listen, I just found this out on Sunday. I didn't know nothing about that interview, and when I seen that interview, I'm like, but no one really talks about Ron Simmons and his work in the WWE when he first came in. Like, they don't talk about that. Like, they just, I wouldn't say blackball him, but Mr. G Smooth, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How you doing, brother?
I am fine. So me and you, so you're in the business, and I believe you ran into Booker T a couple of times.
No, I haven't met him. I met Ron Simmons, but I met Booker T. But what you were saying is correct. I feel like Booker T is he's a pawn for Vince, for WWE, man. He consistently downs AEW, but the point is, he knows if it wasn't for those guys over in World Class, he wouldn't have never got a push. He wouldn't have never got a chance. You see what I'm saying? It's no different than what's going on now. These kids that's on AEW Dark, they got to start somewhere.
Right.
Let's face it, Chris, we are still in a white-owned business. Okay? And if you can go up there, you can go up to, if you go to WWE and you, yes, sir, master, you play that role, then you might get a push. But if you notice, all the black people to get a push, it's like comedy almost. They have to play a comedic skit. It's nothing serious. You brought up a valid point a few seconds ago. You never, I ain't gonna say never, you hardly hear about Ron Simmons as Farouk. You see what I'm saying? But what happened? When he started taking over that, then they got this gold gladiator helmet thing coming out. He like a black Spartan out there and all. Just come on, man. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I got respect for Book. I do. I got nothing but respect for Booker T. But he says things that I have to question him on. Instead of saying, these people over here trying to get in the push, that's great. I think what it is, he's scared of competition. I do.
Really?
I think it's good. Yes, I do. AEW is giving WWE competition, regardless if people like it or don't want to admit it. It's true, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why AEW is successful, in my opinion. Independent wrestling is the heartbeat of pro wrestling. If there's not independent wrestling, Vince has nothing to pull from. There's no talent pool to pull from. So what puts AEW over is they take mainstream, they bring a little independent wrestlers, they mix it together, and it's a perfect recipe for great wrestling.
Smooth, you ain't lying on that one, man, because
that is that's a powerful statement. Like, whoa.
Yes, sir.
And ironically enough, WWE's getting away from the same thing that made them successful, because let's remember Steve Austin, perfect example. He was the guy that came from Global down in Dallas. Smooth, help me out if I'm wrong in this. Global Wrestling down in Dallas with Chris Adams. Then he came up to WCW. Then he had his short little stay in ECW before he finally hit the WWF. Let's see. Bret Hart, another good example, coming all the way from Calgary up in the Stampede Wrestling before Vince finally plucked him up. Yeah. Hell, Hogan even.
Yeah, he was an AWA.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah, because Dad fired him the first time, and then Vince brought him back.
Right. So, I'm going to tell you, here's what it is. WWE, they strip you of your dignity, man. They take your name, they take everything. And then they make you dance like a monkey to their beat. And anytime you choose to go against the grain or not follow suit, quote unquote, then they want to put you on the shelf or shit can you. Take ACH, for example. ACH, for example. Everybody knows that T-shirt that came out with him, that's come on.
Oh, I remember.
Come on,
yeah,
man.
I remember that. Yeah.
That was a slap in the face.
That situation was. That's when they started for the culture, and like you see what happened with that. Like he was one of the most hottest names at that point for 15 minutes, and then he just faded right into the background. Like no one even knows him anymore. Unless you bring it up, unless you Google it, you know. Right.
So, right.
No, go ahead.
All because he disagreed with the design of the T-shirt. Which Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, even though he waited a questionable time, like you should have got on it right there and there, and then that's when people started to question okay, why did you wait this long or whatever? And that's the problem with black people. Black people like to say, oh, they want to play the victim and shit, but then they don't get on the issue right there and there, and that's why I always go back to the Booker T situation. I always ask him, why the fuck did you allow the WWE and Triple H to get away with murder like that? Why did you even let them disrespect you like that as a black man? That's a demotion itself. And I will never ever put my foot off of your fucking neck, because for the simple fact that everybody is still talking about that in wrestling today. That you should have went over at WrestleMania 19, but yet you say you went on your podcast and literally said that the reason why I didn't go through with it, I just left it alone because it was all for the money.
Exactly. Again, money is the root of all evil. It causes you to lose yourself. Let's face it. If it was Illuminati, he sacrificed himself.
Tim. And what is Booker's usual catchphrase? There's only two things. Well, besides that one, there's only two things that matter: checks and championships.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. He does say that. Yeah. Yeah, you sold your soul.
Yeah, and that's why I said I don't understand how you can sit here and disrespect your own students. Your own students that's trying to make it in AEW, but yet you will not say nothing about NXT, and that is why we always. I'm telling you, the podcasters. I am putting this out there. I'm putting the call out to our podcasters that's out there. Do not allow Booker T to get away with murder like that, because people might think that shit is funny, but to me, it's not funny at all.
My daughter says, hey.
Hey, daughter.
They say, hey. But you're right.
So that's why, I had to, because, me and the crew, we was trying to devise a way to do this segment. This segment was only supposed to be 15 minutes long, but it turned into an hour. So that's why I'm wow, I didn't expect a lot of people was going to come on here, but it's good that we're coming on here. We're talking about it because the toxicity, this is what I was talking about the day before yesterday, that this really needs to stop. I mean, seriously. And this goes not only for wrestlers, but fans, social media. If you claim that you like wrestling, you need to practice what the fuck you preach.
Facts. I take pride in knowing I got wrestling almost every day of the week. Monday, I got AEW Dark. If I feel like it, I got Raw. Tuesday, Dark Elevation. And then I have Dark on Tuesday. Wednesday is Dynamite. Thursday, I have MLW. You know what I'm saying? Friday, I got SmackDown if I want to watch it, or I got what you call it? Renegade. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a wrestling fan, just be thankful we got wrestling.
Yes, in the middle of a pandemic, my nigga.
Yes. Exactly.
Pandemic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like it can easily be turned off like that. I just got I got a tweet today from the Milwaukee Public Schools today saying that they're going to keep masks for students and for teachers. This is not over. I'm telling you. And yes, wrestling is life, just like what James just said. Wrestling is life. Wrestling has saved me on more than one occasion. It kept me out of trouble. But the thing is, what people need to understand is we are in a different time right now. We are in a pandemic time where everything could be stripped away from us. That's why I said 2020 was one of the most stressful but powerful years because it let me know that I can die at any time. Things that I take for granted because stripped away from me. Just like that, just like wrestling. That's why I always tell people, be happy for what you have right now because it can be taken away from you. And people do not want to take heed to that. And they just say, oh, well, I don't need to wear a mask, but then your bitch ass is going to be in a goddamn hospital the next fucking day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's true. So, I'm sorry for cussing, y'all. I know this is rated M, but at the but I'm so.
All the years I've known you, I know for a fact.
But I am like so
passionate
by like some of the fucking foolishness that I see in today's wrestling, and it's just why do you have to be that way? Like that's the part that I don't understand.
And
you're right.
And here's the extra part that gets to me, and. With all the ways we have to check out all the different forms of wrestling. Yeah. You want to know the one thing that fans need to do more than anything? Cross-reference. Because, and you can verify this one probably better than you since you was in the business. Like, if you could watch somebody, and I'll give a perfect example, Cesaro. Because if you look at him when he was with Chris Hero when they was Kings of Wrestling at ROH, and then you look at him at WWE, it is like, okay, how come he got over really good here, but he's not getting over so much here? Or take any wrestler you want to example, like, okay, they had this dude, it's the main event here, but you only get a mid-card here, and it's like, all right. And if you have one of them fans that kind of doubts somebody, then it's like, okay, this is where we got to show each other, all right, this is why this wrestler's over. And it's like, you can tell that this company ain't planning on using them that way. There's like...
Somebody yelling in the back?
Yeah, it's probably one of the...
my daughter.
Oh, okay.
She's talking to her mom.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that's all good.
But it's like, just to finish off, it's like, the more we educate ourselves and then educate each other, then we'll know, all right, at least from an on-camera perspective, which is what most of us should only have, all right, then we can know, all right, what wrestlers are putting in the work and which ones kind of being sandbag, and then which ones aren't showing the effort that they used to show.
Right. Exactly. And right now it's just Reese, Greg, and Christian and everybody that's watching. I told people I'm just gonna focus on me and I'm just gonna focus on my wrestling and focus on my podcasting career. And anything that is not positive, I can't deal with it anymore. I just can't. I had to get rid of one of my favorite groups because like it just I just kept seeing it like over and over and over again. Like, when you keep seeing it, it does something to your spirit. And once I got rid of it and I started focusing on WCC, that's when things just really just like, damn shit, I should have did this from the get-go. You know what I'm saying? Like I just did this shit. Like, I got my own product right here and I need to be focusing on it, And
Right.
But everyone, right now it's 3:23 Central Time, 4:23 Eastern Time. So once again, everyone, for everyone that came on, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
But before you go, I want y'all to do this. All right. First, I need you to get that thumbs up. Okay. All right. I need you to do that subscribe. Hit that. And then you hit that notification bell so you can get all the news and rumors. Thank you so much, kindly.
For now.
So, everyone, tune in to AEW Dynamite at 7 o'clock Central. Yes, it's tonight, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. I will be back to give you more rumors and news, but this will be on YouTube. And remind you, you want to go to YouTube? That's where you find us. #It for Life Wrestling Podcast. Until that time, I'm your host, Mr. Team Brinket. Thank you for our guests and everyone watching, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.